What's poppin', my Pokemon trainer friends and family all over the world? Welcome back to another Pokemon adventure. Now, just ignore what I called this team, all right? I'm just, putting that out there in the universe. This is the spiciest team for the single cup. It's not meta breaking, it's just for fun, all right? So enough with the chit chat. Let's jump into this first battle and fight. And right off the bat, we catch a fairy on the lead, and that's exactly what we want to see with this team because we are running triple legacy Seaking with Poison Jab as the fast move, Icy Wind, and Drill Run. You will need to use some Elite TMs if you do want to build one of these. I highly recommend it. It's a very good Pokemon. It's very versatile, especially in these types of cups. I did run it on my team for the Innocent Cup, and that's a video that I am working on, a tournament that I was in. And Seaking did put in the work. It was very good in that tournament. So I do highly recommend building a Seaking, a triple legacy Seaking if you do not have one. But anyways, back to the battle at hand. My opponent did bring in a Hitmonchan. Funny how that works because I haven't seen a Hitmonchan until I threw it on my team. And like I said, I'm just having fun. To be honest, I'm not competing in GBL like I used to because I just want to have fun. So when it comes to GBL, I just come up with some crazy teams that are not meta breaking, meta relevant teams. I just want to have fun. And right now my opponent does bring in a Snorlax, so I bring in Mew, hit him with that flame charge, and right away I'm just going to bring in Hitmonchan, and we're just going to start hitting them with that uppercut. And we're going to go for this pup, ramp up the counter damage, and I do believe my opponent does stop tapping, and we take him out. GG's, homie. Well played. Hitmonchan came in with the triple jab and the Hadouken. And now jumping into this next battle, right off the bat, we catch the lag of death. I do believe I am now one poison jab behind. Did you guys see that? It just lagged right off the bat. And right here, I click on the charge move and they snuck in a poison jab because we are a fast move behind, which is unfortunate because now we're going to be two fast moves behind because they snuck one in. So at this point, it's not looking good. I'm just going to have to let Seaking go down. They hit us with a drill run. I can't use any shields. So what I'm going to do now is just bring in Mew and just hopefully Shadow Claw completely down. And there it goes. It goes down. Ooh, they were getting very close to that next charge move. But unfortunately, they bring in an Umbreon. And I'm just going to hit it with this Flame Charge. And then I'm going to dip into Hitmonchan. And hoping that whatever they bring in doesn't hard counter it. And it is a Machamp. So things are actually starting to look up. Because Hitmonchan with Power Up Punch does beat Machamp in the one shields, I think. And because it was a switch in, we are ahead on energy. So I'm actually going to be able to completely counter down the Machamp. We're going to come out with energy. They no longer have any shields, I believe. Yeah, they still have two shields. A two-shielded Umbreon. So this is going to get down to the wire, but they are running Dark Pulse. They're running Dark Pulse, so there is some hope. I'm going to throw another pup, and we take their final shield, and now we're just going to start doing as much counter damage as we can before going down. But of course, my opponent does throw their energy because there is no way they were going to be able to snarl us down. Now, can Mew get to the Flame Charge? We get to the Flame Charge, and Mew is going to hit Umbreon with that bang. Bang, bang. Our Psychic type takes out the Dark type with Flame Charge. GG's, homie. Well played. And now jumping into this next battle, we catch the Shadow Shiny Muck on the lead. And this is no bueno for Chuck. That is not a Pokemon you want to see. Maybe Mew could handle it because we are running Psyshock on it. But I do let it go. I should have shielded up and then gone for maybe the Icy Wind. But I didn't want to use my shield. So I swap in Mew and they bring in a Berserker, but Berserker is not running Shadow Claw. It's running Metal Claw. And they actually let it go down. I'm assuming they didn't want to use up their final shield on their Berserker. So I am going to shield up my Mew because we are ramped up with the Flame Charge. And I'm just going to completely Shadow Claw it down. And they bring in a Gramble. I'm going to go for another Flame Charge, which is already charged up. A charged up Flame Charge. I was going to say a flamed up Flame Charge. A charged up Flame... What am I saying? I don't even know. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck, all right? And this is no bueno for Chuck. Ah, see, there goes the riddle. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? This is no bueno for Chuck. Because they still got that shadow shiny muck in the back, and we take it out, and then they're gonna bring that muck back in, and it's got a whole bunch of health still. And then my poor Seaking comes back in, just how we started this battle, and they are gonna take us out. GG's, homie. Well played. We get taken out, and Team Rocket is blasting off again. GG's, homie. Alrighty, jumping into this next battle, we catch an amazing lead with a Gramble lead, and that's exactly what we want to see with this team. That's sort of how I structured my team. That way we can sort of manipulate the algorithm by putting a fighter in the middle and then Seaking in the front with Poison Jab. And my opponent does switch into Grumpig? Yeah. And I am going to shield because I think Grumpig does have access to Shadow Ball, but they go Psychic, and that was a terrible lead because the Grumpig was debuffed. But I am going to start charging up my attack, and we Shadow Claw down. What do they bring in? They bring in a Samurott. And now I do believe their shields are down, so I'm going to go straight for this boosted Psyshock. Oh, wait, we take their last shield, and I actually get to another Psyshock. How much damage is this charged up Psyshock going to do? Bang, it does a lot. Then I bring in Seaking to snipe, and it's pretty much GG's at this moment because we're just going to Poison Jab, get to the Icy Wind. Seaking hits him with that bang. Bang, bang. GG's, homie. Well played. Well played indeed. Alrighty, jumping into what I believe is the final battle. We catch an amazing lead again with a fairy on the lead, a Granbull. I was gonna say Grumpig, but yeah, Granbull. And my opponent brings in Hypno, and then I answer with my Mew with Shadow Claw. Now right here, I am gonna shield up because I did count 4 confusions, but because I swapped in Mew a little bit slow, I thought maybe a confusion would have snuck through, but unfortunately it didn't. So I did shield up just for good measure, and now here I know for sure this is not a Shadow Ball, so I am going to let it go through. It is a Thunder Punch, and now I'm going to completely Shadow Claw down that Hypno with little Mew. Mew is just going on a friggin' rampage right now. So they bring that Granbull back in, and we're going to go for another Flame Charge, and we're going to take 1 shield, and we actually make it to the Psyshock before getting charmed down. And this is either going to take their final shield or get one-shotted. So we do take their final shield. We bring Seaking back in, and they have a Registeel in the back. And this is pretty much GG's because shields are down. Hitmonchan is just going to go to town. My opponent is getting hard countered up the wazoo, and that does happen from time to time. Sometimes you go into GBL and you just get hard. You go into hard counter city. It happens. So here we're just going to completely counter down the Registeel. They do still have that Granbull in the back, and it's got a lot of health. It's still in the green. So how much is this Thunder Punch going to do? That did so much damage. And we're going to get to the power-up punch before going down, and our fighter is going to take out a Shadow Fairy. Bang. Bang, bang. GG's, homie. Well played. Mew did a lot of the work. Mew took out all the shields, and then Hitmonchan came in, hitting them with that Hadouken. But well played, everybody. GG's. And that is going to do it for this video, guys. We get an amazing set, 4 wins, 1 loss with the spiciest team in the single cup meta. And if you guys do want to run this team, don't expect it to be meta breaking. This is just for fun. And please, if you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you all in the next one in the battlefield or in the ring. Ding, ding. Peace out, my fellow Pokemon trainers.